Morning, morning, good morning. In fact, it is a pretty good morning as it goes. Just, it's all of a sudden in the last 10-15 minutes got a little bit brighter outside, so let's come and have a look outside. And it's still, don't get me wrong, freezing. Look, it's freezing cold, absolutely Baltic. Lou's been out for a road test this morning already, and that was pretty cold and pretty grim. And if you have a look at the sort of the roads out there, they're still sludgy and crappy and horrible. So all of you guys in countries where you've got the warm weather and stuff, the guys from America are suffering as well, I believe, at the moment. And there's guys. In fact, I've seen pictures of Shane's bike this morning in the sunshine. But look, we've actually got to have a quick look. Sun. That's the first time this year we've actually got a little bit of sunshine. So you never know, the summer is coming. That's it, we might even have a little bit of summer this year. So I'm going to shut this down because it is freezing cold and give you the Monday morning kind of walk round as it goes. So we just wait for that to lock down. Right, the Monday morning walk round. So we've got what we've got in here. So I think you've seen a lot of these bikes before, because we've just basically what we've been doing is not booking work in for the January, but getting the race bikes done. That we've got a lot of them are away at the moment. So we've got sort of the V4s ready to go. The paintwork, I've had the phone call for this morning for the second bike, for the paintwork, that kind of stuff. So what we've got, the 03 that was come back in there. We've got Al's bikes here. We've got the Harley, Dave Smith's up. Hi Dave. He's back in Portugal at the moment. Dave's right there. The V4, I just want to. Here we go. Change the gearing on this. Now basically what we've done is we've put these Dymags, these carbon Dymags on, because yeah, I admit it, I'm a lucky bloke and I've managed to get hold of it. But what we've done is the gearing on this is 1544 at the moment. So what we've had to do is go up one size on the chain. So the standard chain size on one of these is 110 links, but we've gone up to 112 to put 1544, and so I'll report back on that one. When we had the V-twins, we did a lot of testing on sprockets to find out what worked, what doesn't work, and to sort of find out how it all feels, that kind of thing. I've done some top speed testing on this. Don't ask where. I've done some top test speeding on some top end speed testing on this to find out how it works, and I know what we're up to at the moment. So I will test this one, see how that goes, make sure we find out that one. But yeah, so we've got some bits ready to go on that one. So we've gone up one size on the chain, up 2 links on the chain to make sure we've gone on that one. So that one's all good. So the carbon Dymags are on, the gearing's on. We're still waiting to get some dirt. The dyno's absolutely rammed out at the moment. It seems like all of the racers are getting their bikes tested at the moment and their bikes built at the moment. So every dyno in the land is absolutely rammed out at the moment. But we'll keep on keeping on with that one. The generators are nearly back from that one. Dave's bike's nearly done. That was working on that one. James' bike over there. I believe his lap time has just turned up for that one. We've just had Michaela's bits and pieces have just turned up for that one. I think we've just had a quick shifter, the block connector for the quick shifter from Rob. Rob Watkins, how you doing, my friend? Basically, we've got this one in here as well, which now we've managed to road test because we've actually got some sun. We've actually got sort of the ice is melting on the road, so we've actually been able to get out and road test Neil's bike, Neil Clennan's bike. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you again. Well, one just thing I just wanted to have a quick look. I just wanted to show you. You keep consistently getting asked questions about chain tension. How do you set the chain tension? How do you know what's going on? And there is a topic of conversation that keeps floating out about as well, about these here. So if you have a look at these, the nuts coming loose, okay? It's not tricky to check them. If you've got a motorcycle, I would expect you to be able to afford to go out and get, if it's possible at all, a torque wrench. Go and get a torque wrench because it's well worth it, okay? These can come loose. To tighten them up, it's 50 Newton meters. 50 Newton meters, dead straightforward. For the guys that work in Imperial, I can't quite translate that into, guess what I've got in my back pocket here, look. Whoever this is, I'm really, really sorry, but we'll pass it over to Lou. Basically, I'm not sure what that translates to in foot-pounds. I'm really, really sorry, but it's 50 Newton meters. Keep your eye on it, and what we're doing is, if you have a quick look, when we service a bike, what we're doing is we're putting these little marks on. All it is a tyre pen. And what we're doing is we're putting these on, so if you can see them coming loose, you can see them coming loose before they become loose to the point where they'll actually start to cause damage. Because what can happen is these will come loose and they'll start gouging lumps out the actual swinging arm. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but you'll be able to see it happen. You'll be able to feel it happen, and you'll be able to see what's going on with these marks before it actually starts to happen. Chain tension, clean your chain. Me and my pal John have some good banter on the Scott Oiler things. That's brilliant, and I love it. It's totally brilliant. But chain tension, what we're looking for is halfway between the actual run of the chain. So we've got the front sprocket here, rear sprocket here. Halfway between, like to see, if we can, 25 millimeters, which I believe is about an inch. 25 millimeters of free play, halfway down the run of the chain at the tightest point. So if we find a tight spot on the chain, I want to be able to have a quick look, and I want to be able to make sure that I've got 25 mil or 1 inch of travel at the tightest point halfway down the centre. So the rule is, clean your chain, make sure it's right, make sure you know what's going on. Clean the chain up, 25 mil at the centre of the chain run, along the bottom, halfway down the swinging arm, usually. Usually down the swinging arm, okay? And we're looking for 25 mil of free play. If you're not sure, you can get a ruler out, you pop the ruler up there and you can measure it there as well. That's kind of, you'd be able to tell, because you can sort of normally work out what an inch is. But another quick little test is, how do I find out whether my chain sprockets are worn or not? Quick test, put the tension on it, grab hold of the links and see if they wiggle here. See if you can push them out and see if you can move them. So put the tension on, push the chain links. This one's really, really good, and it's in really, really good shape. So, because Neil clearly looks after his bike and he's changed it, not a problem, dead easy. So if you put the tension on, if you can move or if you can wiggle the chain on the sprockets, they're starting to wear. Check it along a couple of the runs just to make sure, but you might find sort of weak spots in your chain. This is where the chain's likely to break if it's going to break. So if you find yourself with it sort of looking a bit excessive, then just get it changed. It's not worth it, because what can happen, if these chains break, it breaks the crankcase around the front edge. Okay, if you get lucky, it comes off and ends up on the road, and you end up pushing your bike home, and that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it basically breaks the crankcases around the front, and we know of a few lads that have done that. Unfortunately, that's new engine time, usually new engine time. Just check over there, look, just check there on the end of the phone, look. Good stuff. Right then, that's all for today. There's Lisa, because we're cracking on with a bit of work. If you need anything, if you need any advice, if you need any help, if you need any spare parts, if you need any, just basically have a quick look at the Facebook page, have a quick look at our website, www.apriliaperformance.co.uk, or you can email us on service@apriliaperformance.co.uk. If you fancy it, get in touch, not a problem, we can see what we can do to help you. Oh, hang on. Apparently I've got to be quiet. Go on, have a quick look. Got to say hello to Dottie. She's snoring apparently. She's not snoring. No, she's woke up. She's woke up. It's hard life being Dottie, isn't it? Our shop dog. She's, like I said, she's the PR girl.
What are you looking
at? Cool. All right then, guys. Thank you very much for getting in touch. Stay in touch. See what we can do. Enjoy yourselves. If you need any help, just get in touch. Take care. See you soon.